Shalom, shalom, Israel, coming back at you with another lesson. Lord willing, this is edifying. First off, giving all praise, all honor, all glories to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah, Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elder bishops, the great millstone, and all the teachers out there pushing his word in truth, with truth and sincerity. May you be of the elect. Shalom to all the Akim and Akwath out there listening and learning. You Israelites, so-called Negroes, Hispanic, Native, and Seminole Indians, who are the true children of Israel, as well as you speckled bird, Israelite foreigners, the Israelites that look like, act like, and take on the customs of all these heathen nations. So to you, I say Shalom, and may you be the elect. This lesson is brought to you by the Spirit and the power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh being the true name of our Father, the God of the Bible, the God of the Israelites, Baha Hashem meaning in the name, and Yahweh Shai being the only begotten Son of Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls by the name of JC. Alright, and this lesson is titled Too Late in the Finale to Fate. Niggerdom has no place in GMS. Again, this lesson is too late in the finale to faint. Niggerdom has no place in GMS. Alright. And this is basically just a lesson to the younger Akim and anybody that's want to know how the standard of Great Millstone. I'm gonna give you just a little bit of a breakdown, like what you don't do. Okay. When the time comes and you're going to the elder's house, the main, and you should treat it like it's your favorite woman's house, or your favorite celebrity, or whoever you pay high regard and respect to. All right. I mean, this should be something that shouldn't even have to be said, but apparently it needs to be said because it's happening. You should, when you go to the main, you should treat the main as if it were your own house. Hopefully you treat your own place well. You don't treat it like a fucking flop house. Hopefully you treat it with some respect, as if it were your grandparents, or someone you admire, or whatever. It shouldn't. And as far as the elders, any of the elders, if you know that they need something, they're in need of something, and you got the means to help them. Right? They shouldn't have to twist your arm around to ask for any help. None of the elders should have to do that. They taught you all what you learning, and so you can't find it in your way to help them out with whatever they need. Or go over there and then just dispose of things however you want to dispose of them, and not in the proper way, right? Not doing things decency and in order. That shit ain't, no, man. That ain't how we get down. That is not how we get down. If the elders need something, you should be able to help them out. No questions asked. It should not be fucking grievous to, pitch in twos and fews and help out with things. How we talk about brotherly love, and we can't express that amongst ourselves. That ain't where it's at. So for the younger Akim and those that's, again, wanting to know how Great Millstone get down, that's what you don't do. All right? You don't go over there acting like that. You don't go over there with that type of mentality. How you supposed to be spiritual, but you still got a carnal way about you? a niggerish way about you. No, we don't get down like that. That ain't what's up. That ain't where it's at. Right? We gotta tighten up, man. You know? This is 2 Peter chapter 3. I'm gonna read 3 through 7. It says, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lusts, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation. For this they willingly are ignorant of, that by the word of the Most High the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water, whereby the world that then was, being overflowed with water, perished. But the heavens and the earth, which are now, by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. All right, so what's your point, the wild guy? So, point being, knowing the fear of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, knowing that he put the elders in charge over us, okay, knowing that this is where we all congregate at, how you think you should be treating that house? How do you think you should be treating the sanctuary? If something is in need, it should be freely being able to, and if you got it to give, you should be able to freely give it. None of the elders should have to ask 20,000 times for bros to bring waters or whatever is needed at the main, man. And that's not even directed towards deacons and up. Younger Akim. Why younger Akim? And those that's wanting to know how Great Millstone get down? Because, man, all right, those that are up over us, they earn their spots. They pulled their weight. We got to pull ours. So it should never be a problem for you to come out your damn pockets if you got it to help whatever the main needs, man. Get that niggerish shit out your system. I'm going to read this again. 2 Peter 3 through 7. Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lusts. Okay? Keep that in mind as well. Walking after their own lust. All right? Because if you ain't doing things for the sanctuary, for the main, for the elders, okay, for the body, then what are you doing? What are you here for? Because if you ain't doing that, then you walking after your own lust. Because, even Yahweh Shai said he's here to do what? His Father's business. Not his own. His Father's business. Yahweh's business. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai's business. And we following in the same stead. Yahweh Shai left us a bunch of examples to follow. That's one of them. You don't do after you. All right? You follow after the ways of the Spirit. Okay? After their own lust, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? Oh man, I'm losing patience. I'm tired of doing this work. I'm tired of putting on this front, to do good. Man, I'm just gonna come over to the main house and just do it how I want to do it. Treat it how I want to treat it. Look at the elder like he just a regular person. Because if you're not doing the things that are right towards the body, to the main, then what the fuck are you doing? What's the opposite of good? Bad. If you know things need to be done, then get to it, man. All right? There's a brother that knows how I roll. Hey, main need something? Hit me up. I know you ain't got the wheels right now, but somebody do. Here go that for that. Get it done. And if it can't get done like that, then other brothers, younger Akim, should be able to do it. The elder Akim have led by example already. Have you been learning? Have you been watching? Have you been listening? Okay? Because some brothers don't have to have that problem. You know, they spirit just naturally already just be on it like that. Some have to be taught, and that's not a problem. You know, if you're a righteous brother, then you don't have a problem being taught. But it should never be a problem for an elder. An elder should never have to say, "Hey, I need this," 20 times. "Hey, I need this." Boom. Brother should be on it. What's the difference between the elder and the apostles? They still over you. Keep that in mind. See, that's what y'all don't be thinking about. That you don't you're not meditating on that. You're not thinking about that. You're not thinking about that fear towards Yahweh Shem Yahushua. He put them up over us. So what's up? You know? It says, and saying, where's the promise of his coming? Obviously they got weak, right? Weak in the faith. Right? Slowing down. Starting to not keep that same decorum, For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation. See? Like, everything is as it was. I'm getting tired. I want to go back into the world. They having more fun. We just waiting here. Waiting, and I'm losing patience. That's how it is. That's how they operate. That's how they thinking. It's how they moving. For this they willingly are ignorant of, that by the word of the Most High the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water, whereby the world that then was, being overflowed with water, perished. Point being, he got power. You don't have a fear. You don't have a fear of that power. You don't fear Yahweh Shem Yahushai. He put them up over you. You don't have that fear. What I just read, he's doing that. He's keeping all these great waters from scaling over and drowning towns, man, on a regular basis that he could easily do. But he holds them back. You don't fear that? Let me keep reading. But the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store and reserved unto fire, because that's going to happen to America. All right? Totally destroyed by fire. Nukes. Reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. All right? Ecclesiasticus, also known as the book of Sirach, chapter 2. I'm going to read 11 through 18. It says, for the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long-suffering, and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins, and saveth in time of affliction. Keep that in mind. All right? You're gonna want mercy in that day to be saved in the time of affliction. Right? I'm sorry, Lord. Please help me. Please help me. Please help me. Okay, well, it all starts from right now. What are you doing? How are you operating? Okay? Keep all that in mind. Verse 12. Woe, right? Destruction. Woe be to the fearful hearts and faint hands, and the sinner that goeth two ways. Right? Woe unto him that is faint-hearted. Right? Gave up. You don't have that fear towards Yahweh Shem Yahushai no more, or his order even. Okay? For he believeth not, therefore shall he not be defended. Woe unto you that have lost patience, and what will you do when the Lord shall visit you? See? They that fear the Lord will not disobey his word. Akim, hey, I need this. Hey, I need that. Can somebody help me with this? Can somebody help me with that? Right? It's not that they're not commanding you to do anything. They're asking you for things. Yeah. Okay, we should be able to ask, ask in the body for this, for that. If brother can't do it, brother can't do it. But if you got it and you know you can do it and you don't do it, that's going off. That's going completely off. That's not being brotherly at all. That's going completely opposite. You do good to the godly man, right? Know to whom thou doest good. And you know they serve Yahweh Shemal Shai, then what the fuck you doing? Help them out. God, that should be vexing as hell, man. Seeing in there 20 times all week that he asking for something. Verse 15 again. They that fear the Lord will not disobey his word, and they that love him will keep his ways. That's called what? Following order. Knowing what was told to us. Get on it. Move like that. Okay? Verse 16. They that fear the Lord will seek that which is well pleasing unto him. See that? Well pleasing unto him. Elders should not have to be vexed because somebody eating or drinking his or someone else's stuff. Or stuff still on the floor and I can just walking by it. You know? Probably glanced at it a couple times, but not thinking about it because just not thinking about it. Or, hey, this, may need this, may need that. Here you go again, in a couple days. Then here you post it up again in a couple days. Why is it posted up in here all week? Come on, man. Water is only a few dollars. Toiletries, a couple dollars. You ain't got a couple dollars. You ain't got to choose a few, man. But you do for the things that you like to get into, though. Or if you got a broad that want to get down with something, you got money for that. How about throwing something down for the main house, for the elder, who you being taught from, who has been given that title from Yahweh Shemal Shai, who you should fear. They that fear the Lord will seek that which is Slakia. They that fear the Lord will seek that which is well pleasing unto him, and they that love him shall be filled with the law. They that fear the Lord will prepare their hearts and humble their souls in his sight. See? Not getting all bucking up, not feeling some type of way like I ain't gotta do this, I ain't gotta do that, I don't feel like it, I'll do it when I feel like it, Prepare their hearts and humble their souls in his sight, saying, we will fall into the hands of the Lord and not into the hands of men, for as his majesty is, so is his mercy. And that's what we're looking forward to, man. We're looking forward to that mercy. All right? But you have to remember, this is a battle, this is a fight, and this is the condition. Okay? And you may have grown up a certain type of way where a lot of stuff was tolerated or just done just because. And that's how you just operated. Yeah, well, when you come into the truth, that mentality got to go. If it's not beneficial towards the body, right? It's not in a way that's in a way that Yahweh Shai would deal, then it shouldn't be done. You do what you can for the body, man. However you can roll. I'm spread thin. Shit. But you do what you can. You do what you can for the body, man. All while still operating in the world. Right? And as I brought out earlier, obey them that rule over you. And you could pick that up, Hebrews 13:17. Right? I didn't want to make this lesson long. which I see I'm approaching 20 minutes already, Salakia. This is Matthew 24:46. It says, "Blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing." No, you ain't going to be doing that. You ain't going to be found so doing if you still got niggerdom in your system. You're not moving in a way that Yahushua would approve of, nor in a way that was taught. All right? Do good to the godly man. How does that not echo in your mind when you go to the main? How does that not echo in your mind when you see that in the group meet? What's needed? And we at the last moments in this kingdom. This is how you operating? Y'all better get your heads out your ass, man. All right? Remember that healthy fear towards Yahweh Shai, and let that trickle on down in its proper order. All right? And that's pretty much the point, man. All right? So with that, Lord willing, this is edifying, giving all praise, all honor, all glories to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rcha Kodash. Double honors to the apostle and elder bishops, a great millstone, all the teachers out there pushing this word in truth with truth and sincerity. May you be of the elect. Stay prayed up, repent, and above all. Kwam Yasharallah. Shalom.